This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.
Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Another happy landing.
What's up, everybody? I'm Big Lovin. This is Don DellaSnooch. Welcome to the Escape Pod, episode 76. Fanboys Forever.
Clankety clank, bitch.
Clankety clank, bitch.
So,
how's it going, buddy?
it was going a lot better until I found out you're going to drink Bud Light tonight. And then
I don't see the fucking problem. I'm sorry you're a beer snob.
my
You're
inner
a
beer snob
asshole.
just fucking lost.
Oh, God, he's drinking Bud Light. Lord say, I seriously thought about grabbing Natty Light.
Well, that's a serious thought.
I seriously thought about it. Okay. Douche.
Chantel says, "Hey, goofballs."
You're a douche canoe.
She knows
That's what
that
you are.
She knows that you're a goofball.
Yeah, well, that's besides the point with your Bud Light hatery. Fuck you.
Buddy.
Buddy, hold on. Hold on. I'm going to open a Bud Light.
Oh, it hurts me.
I don't even give a shit anymore.
What are we talking about this week?
Fanboys, brother. One of the greatest Star Wars movies ever.
It is the greatest not Star Wars movie
ever
of all time.
of all time. It is fantastic.
Yes. And then next would have to be the Family Guy ones.
Oh yeah, Blue Harvest and all those.
Right. True story.
Yes.
What'd you do this week?
This last weekend I got to work, dude, and that was pretty exciting because I haven't got to work a Saturday and a Sunday overtime in probably over a year, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time since, so that was extra monies in the pocket, and I was very excited about that. So my focus this last weekend was basically just work, relax at the house, do what needs to be done around the house or whatnot, and go to bed early so I could wake up to the next day to go do it again.
I was super stoked about having worked last Saturday and having extra money on my paycheck.
Yes.
And then I got my paycheck and realized we had Union Day.
Yes.
And paid union dues.
Yep. That sucked.
And
I
I'm
realized
like,
that too.
Great. I got like $75.
Yeah. I got nothing.
Bingo bango.
excited. But still, it's one of the larger paychecks I've been able to see in a long time. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, it was good. Not much going on here either. I mean, me and Tisha spent all weekend on the lake. And I'm gonna just stop for just
Right
a
now.
second. Nobody press F
Yes, please don't do that.
for any reason.
Makes no sense.
Just don't do it.
Don't do it.
Fuck.
Great.
They're
Jen.
doing it now.
Yeah, Jen's doing it.
It's not okay.
No, Jen, I'm just disappointed.
This is exactly why there will never be Smurf on the turf.
No, this is exactly why, because people can't listen.
Yeah, there's no F on the turf.
I'm upset. I'm drinking the Bud Light faster now because that upset me. How's that going to make you feel now?
It really doesn't matter because you can drink 18 cans of Bud Light in 4 minutes and not get a buzz.
Really? Luna Girl and Scott really going to join in on this?
Yeah. Oh, they're all doing it.
Awesome.
Is there
Awesome.
a big FU? There probably is. There probably is. Yeah. See, pantsless hugs. Now that's a thing we do here at the Escape Pod.
Yes, that is a thing we do.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what else we do?
Oh, see, now this is what happens.
This is what happens. You gotta love your butt. You gotta go spectacle. Go around from the other side.
This is what
You
happens.
gotta bring the mic back. And you gotta hug your friend. You gotta hug your friend. You gotta let him know it's okay.
Jason.
Oh, this is directed towards Dave.
You gotta hug Dave.
Yeah, Dave needs a hug because he's scared of hugs.
This is real fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm just saying. If you don't watch Sidebar Cantina, you have no idea what's going on.
Well,
It's your fault.
if you don't watch Sidebar Cantina, you get no Fs in your chat.
Yeah. That's what happens.
So this whole F thing. Let's talk about this whole fucking F thing.
The hug needed to be done, though.
Yeah, well, of course.
The hug was necessary.
So it was brought to our attention today that there is a internet chat norm, I guess you would call it. It's a norm.
I guess.
For some kind of, I don't know, backdoor subreddit, fucking nightshade, fucking wackadoo shit that I don't know nothing about.
It's true.
That actually comes from
Call of Duty game.
being a reference to a scene in a Call of Duty game that only 25% of gamers may or may not have seen.
It's true.
And so it was brought to my attention today, and I had embolism over it. And then
and then Jen said it's a meme, Don. It's a huge meme that everybody knows. I had no idea what the fuck you were talking about. It's not huge.
It's literally nobody fucking knows what this means.
Press F for your gamer card. I guess you can take my gamer card away.
Yeah, I guess I just don't need it.
I don't want it if this is what it is.
Yeah.
If this is what it is, I don't want to have nothing to do with it.
See, the whole chat's doing it now, and it's just the YouTube audience understands, but the audio podcast people are just going to be like, what in the fuck is going on?
It's true.
Either way, it's a thing.
It's a stupid thing. I said it.
It's true. Yeah.
I said it.
Dragon Buddy says pay some respect.
Pay a little bit. Just a little respect, please.
Oh, jeez, for fuck's sakes.
They need to pay respect to us because we're not doing it.
F is for fuck's sakes.
F is for fuck's sake. It's true. It's true.
So yeah, me and Tisha spent some time on the lake this past week. They finally did the insulation on the roof of the ceiling of the addition.
Yes.
They're only about
Finally.
3 weeks late on that.
Yeah, finally happened.
But they didn't do the walls.
Because that would have been a little bit extra hard work.
I have no idea how long it takes to put insulation up, but it's not that long.
No, we could have done it by hand.
We could have done it by hand with like
A staple
a
gun.
paint roller.
Yeah, we'd have done it. It'd have been faster.
Anyway.
Next time, pay us,
Yeah.
please,
I'll pay me us.
and me.
Right.
I want to get paid.
Yeah, me us.
Yeah, me us. Got it. In there like swimwear, my friend.
What's happening on Saturday?
Saturday? Oh, dude. I'm so looking forward to this. This Saturday, we are going to the Michigan home opener against Western,
Truth.
and we are tailgating.
We are. Brady's first.
My first tailgating. I've been to 4 Michigan games. This is the first time I've tailgated going to one of them. And that is part of the reason I'm drinking Bud Light, to prepare myself.
Yeah.
You got to prepare your body.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's so funny. You're like, oh no, you're acting like we don't prepare ourselves for battle.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, but I'm doing it with Bud Light, so you can go fuck yourself.
It's a game.
Yeah, I'm drinking. You're not going to drink that at the thing. Are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a bottle of Buffalo Trace.
Oh, that's right. You did say that. I forgot. No, I've never tailgated. Chantel asked a question. Never
Yeah,
tailgated.
no.
No, I have not.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
You gonna learn Saturday.
I'm going to have some fun.
I think so.
It's going to be a good time.
Language. This is America's ass. So do I get
What's
it?
the percentage of y'all's Bud Light? I don't know. Does it say on there?
It is a 0.5%.
It's 4.7
4.7 gallons of swamp piss makes
per
one
0.7 per 0.7
1 liter
of 0.7
of cola.
of cola. A liter of damn cola.
Stupid advanced warfare, stupid PC gamers. See, Dragon Buddy's calling it out.
Stupid dumb heads
See,
with their dumminess.
and that's the other thing. Press F for respect or whatever the fuck that came out of this game only applies to PC gamers.
Yeah.
So how many people actually play Call of Duty on PC?
No, I play it on the X of box.
Everybody plays that shit on console.
Exactly.
Yes, I completely agree, Lunar Girl. Younglings are way better than anything that you're going to find around here as far as
every
like a
time
regular beer.
I go out to where I can buy that, I always buy a case for my
Mhm.
father-in-law because he really likes
Yep.
that stuff.
But they don't sell that in Michigan.
Yep. Nope, they don't sell it in Michigan. I
That's-
think Ohio you have to get it in, right?
I can't remember, but not too long ago, Yuengling was talking about expanding their market, right? And they had like 3 different states that they were gonna expand their market to, and the one that they fucking expanded it to was like Maryland or something, and Michigan was like, "Hey, fuckers,
What about us?
we're driving down south to get this beer as
Yeah.
it is, and you won't give it to us."
Yingling is good. I'm not hating on
good.
Yingling. If I had the opportunity to buy Yingling, I would definitely buy Yingling instead of Bud Light. But I don't have that. I don't have that as an option.
Right. And that's weird to say, considering Michigan is kind of like the national mecca for beer.
That's okay, Chantel. Chantel says she doesn't care for beer. I'm normally a Corona drinker. That's what I'm known for on the show, is drinking the Ronas of Corona. And I'm drinking Bud Light.
Right.
But I know Chantel's in all the other fancy
Right.
drinks.
And I'm a liquor drinker, Chantel. Beer is the occasion.
You get all them crazy drinks, don't you, Chantel?
Right.
They got weird, crazy.
Oh, she
psycho
does. She
names.
goes to the fucking bird cage.
She goes to the bird cage. That just
Yeah.
tells you one thing. She's getting a crazy ass name drink.
She's gonna do some of that BDSM stuff. And
Are you allowed to do that in the bird cage?
Yeah, that's kind of what the motif of the bar is.
That's true. And everybody on the sidewalk can see.
Yeah, it's right.
Everybody
right
on
on
the
Front
sidewalk.
Street, so to speak.
Chantel drinks scotch, tequila. Awesome.
You know
Do
what
it.
scotch tastes like to me? Soap.
Soap.
It's like somebody put soap in my whiskey.
See, that's what Don drinks, bourbon and whiskey. I don't drink that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just drink beer most of
Yep.
the time.
Bourbon's
Or
my favorite.
I'll drink vodka. I love a screwdriver. Screwdriver's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
So good. So good.
Yep.
Anyhow.
Yeah, I think that the gene that makes you think that cilantro tastes like soap probably does the same thing to scotch.
I like cilantro. But
Yeah,
I'm not a
see,
bourbon
it probably wouldn't taste like
scotch guy. Whatever.
It probably wouldn't taste like soap to you.
Maybe not.
Anyway, we got a show
Cilantro.
to do.
Cilantro's good though. Don't be a
Cilantro.
hater.
Cilantro is irrelevant to me.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Like my wife likes a salsa that has a lot of cilantro in it. I'm
Scott
like, I don't
Scott
like
from Used and Abuse says bourbon and whiskey. Amen. The nectar of the gods.
it. Truth. All right,
Let's get into the show
let's
proper.
get into
buddy.
the show.
Let's do this.
You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and all your favorite podcasting apps like iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spotify, Audible, and Google Play. Check out the Red 5 Network for all kinds of excellent podcasts like Rogue One Radio, just talked about the Thor trilogy, and Sarlacc Digest talked about some new Star Wars news and what was coming down the pike for the franchise.
And you brought that up, and that's awesome. But I got to bring up Ashley and Brandy because
do
they
it.
shouted us out pretty solid in their last show, and I want to return the favor because they didn't have to do that, and it was pretty awesome to hear. I know I was walking around the shop listening to that,
Mhm.
had my earbuds in, and I was smiling, dude. I was like, oh, that's so awesome
Right.
that they would do that and shout us out. So if you haven't checked out Star Wars Journey with Ashley and Brandy,
You're fucking up.
yeah, you're fucking up. We're gonna let you know you're fucking up because they are awesome. They had the guest spot with Tiffany was on with them. She was part of the show. They hadn't been part of the show in like 4 months, but she used to be kind of a regular-ish on their show, and they were chopping it up about the Bad Batch and about all things Star Wars, man.
Yep.
And it's just fucking listen to them, damn it. We said
Yeah.
tell them the Escape Pod.
The
sent ya.
Escape Pod officially says you should download a Star Wars Journey with Ashley and Brandy.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to, then no F's for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Even if we were going to give F's out, that's who we'd give them for.
Right.
But we're not.
But
If we were,
were,
but you better.
Yep.
Get your F's in.
You bet.
Yeah, but we're not going to get them in. But you guys can because you apparently love the F's. If you're listening to this as an audio podcast, please consider joining us live Wednesday nights on YouTube at youtube.com/c/ATSW The Escape Pod, all one word.
And please join us at patreon.com. Search ATSW The Escape Pod like I did yesterday.
Oh.
In the search creator bar to support our show and get in on the exclusive Escape Crate.
I love it. I love it. Thanks for joining our Patreon.
Yeah, I had to.
I appreciate it, buddy. Please visit our store on tpublic.com. Search ATSW the Escape Pod and make sure you scroll down and look at all the random goodies like coffee mugs, stickers, and tote bags, in addition to the awesome t-shirts and hoodies. They went from sweet, they used to be sweet, now they're awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, they just upgraded. So that's pretty awesome.
I wish they would make hats.
I know. They're fucking up there.
I really need a hat.
I need my wife to make us new hats.
My hat's still in good shape.
Mine's not, dude, because I wear the shit out of this hat.
Yeah, I wear it for special occasions, and you wear that motherfucker.
I wear it all the time.
Follow us at ATSW _ the Escape Pod on Instagram and at the Escape Pod on Twitter. Join ATSW the Escape Pod Facebook group for all kinds of silly shenanigans that we may or may not get into.
It's true.
Like the quiz that we did to name our InStudio Stormtrooper.
And we have the results, and I might veto the results.
You might veto the.
It depends. If one of them was looking like it was going to win, I don't want it to win. And I think I'm 50% owner in what is Sandcrawler Studios.
This is not a Bodie McBoatface situation.
Yes, it is.
You put it out to the people.
What do people
and
say?
The name is Remington Flopswell the Third.
Remington Flopswell the Third.
It almost got fucking fuckstick.
I was going to veto that.
It almost did.
I was going to veto it.
It almost did. It was voted on by Dave, Scott, and David Allen.
I love Dragon Buddy. Stay classy. Vote for Sassy.
Yeah, Sassy McFingerbang. So I guess I should have read the options. Numbnuts Nerf Herder.
That's a new one. I haven't heard of that one.
Was on there. Sassy McFingerbang, FN Furburger, fucking Fuckstick, and Remington Flopswell III.
Remington Flopswell III is the greatest name. He's almost like our Butler Stormtrooper. Remington Flopswell III.
You know what we should do? We should get him one of those black towels to lay over his arm.
Yes.
And like maybe put a fake wine bottle in his hand.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
That would be good.
Let's do it. Oh, shit.
I'm still mad about Bodie McBoatface.
Yeah, that is awful. Bodie McBoatface should have.
I'm going to shout out the chat. You ready?
Yeah, do it, brother.
Dragon Buddy's in the chat. Use and Abuse Podcast is in the chat. Just Jen is in the chat. Chantel Gonzalez is in the chat. Bodie McBoatface is in the
Bodie
chat.
McBoatface showed up. Holy crap.
Lunar Girl's in the chat.
What up?
DJ Red 4 is in the chat. And I saw Ron Old Man Johnson in the chat.
I saw him in there. He snipped. He was like, "Hey, you did the Ron thing.
Uh-huh.
He did the old man thing."
It's kind of like somebody walking by a door. Eric
Hey.
Dub Williams is in the chat.
What up, Dub?
You get that Doppler effect, you know? Yeah.
Oh, it's me. It's the old man. I was just stopping by to say hello and go get some medicine.
Rebel Rose Radio. No, Rebel Rose's podcast. Getting my podcast mixed up now.
Get your shit together.
So
brother.
many podcasts.
Get your shit together.
Rebel Rose's podcast is in the chat.
John Boy's in the chat. Shane said John Boy's in the chat.
Yeah, I love it. Is Mary Ellen in the chat?
Probably not. It's a little late for her.
Tell me about our shout outs for our friends.
Well, we can talk about the Sidebar Cantina. That is the mothership.
Mm-hmm.
That is David Jason. That is the New Jersey Delphians. That is the homies doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
They just did an episode on Sonic the Hedgehog's 30th anniversary. It was pretty rocking. They dropped all their fucking coins at the end, but that's neither here nor there. It's going to happen. You can only pick up so much, and then you just got to finish.
Have you seen that meme of the washers on the ground? It's like, oh, I just strolled across the scene of a dead hedgehog.
Yeah. Check out Use and Abuse with Kim and Scott. They had they didn't get to do their normal race episode.
Yeah, there was
like
some
thunderstorms,
weather going on down there.
Crazy weather going on, but they were able to do their thing at 7. I was not able to tune in that night, but they did their thing. I don't know what they were talking about. They can tell me in the chat. Scott can tell me in the chat. Scott, he's got a delay, but it's okay. We'll get back to Scott because then you can check out Big Swede for Big Swede's Excellent Adventure and Tactical Swede and Swede Reacts on YouTube. And all kinds of other stuff, but I don't know if Swede's alive.
Yeah, no, he was alive. He was on the show last week.
Was he?
Yes.
But then he was gone.
Yeah, he disappeared. The kids may have killed him.
Some, Ramirez brothers things might be happening. I don't know. We haven't heard from him.
The fucking Ramirez brothers. I forgot all about that.
I'm just saying. Shh. Don't get scared.
I'm not scared.
I'm a little nervous.
You're always nervous.
My palms are sweaty.
That's fucked up.
Oh, they did race recap. Use and abuse did
gotcha.
race recap because they weren't able to cover it. So they made sure, because that's their bread and butter. I really like it because the passion for the race, yo.
Yeah.
They get into that shit and hit when Scott is feeling it. Scott's feeling it.
Yeah.
Love it.
He loves his racing.
Hell yeah, he does.
And then when they're done talking, Rubbin's racing.
Rubbins is racing.
Uh,
That's all I got for shout outs, buddy.
Ron wants you to say disappeared again.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, I'm not gonna because it's wrong.
Right. Fuck him. He can't even come to work.
Exactly.
So anyway,
Sean is here now. I'm freaking out.
Sean is here.
That's what Chantel said.
Who's
Sean is
Sean?
here. It doesn't matter, but he's here.
Oh, Sean.
Sean. Don't give me that. I only know people by nicknames.
No, I completely
If
understand.
you have a real name and I don't,
it's extra techie, buddy.
there you go. And if you had said that, I've been like, oh, extra techie. But Sean, I don't know Sean.
That
I've
was
never
awesome.
known the dude as Sean.
I can't wait to rewatch this just to see the look on your face.
Why?
Because it was like somebody stepped on your foot or something.
Yeah, because who's Sean? Extra techie? Got it. Sean? Don't know. Dude, I call 90% of everybody dude.
It's true. But you don't like it if Tommy calls you dude.
No, because that's all the fuck he does. I mixed it up. Dude, man, brother.
Yeah.
I mixed it up. Hey, what's up, dude?
Don't dude me, bro.
Dude. I saw you 2 minutes ago. You don't need to introduce yourself or say hello again. We've already said hello 14 million fucking times today.
Yeah, that is the truth. Oh, Hector's in the chat. What's going
What
on?
up, Hector? Thanks for joining us, brother.
Patreon shout outs: Scott and Kim Rasmussen, Todd Lovin, Jen and Jess Bolt, Big Swede, Lunar Girl and Dragon Buddy, DJ Red 4, Richie the King Armbruster, Kristen Roscom, Ron Old Man Johnson, Backyard TARDIS, Eric W. Williams, Philly Dave Martin, and as always, Nostalgia Inc. sponsors the Escape Crate.
I'm chatting.
You're chatting. That's cool.
What do you got?
It's movie time. Movie time. It's movie time. Movie time.
It's movie time.
Good. I love movie time.
So first thing in movie time, we've got the new Spider-Man trailer came out this week.
Phenomenal.
It had all the things in it.
Yes. Had all the things.
It had all the things except for
Uncle Ben.
any other versions of Spider-Man.
It didn't have Uncle Ben.
It's true. Didn't have Uncle Ben.
Okay, but you were saying
No other versions of Spider-Man.
that we saw
True.
because we've watched this frame by frame.
It did have
And
Doc
nobody-
Ock.
It did have Doc Ock, and that was fantastical.
So first, let's fillet this commercial, and then we'll talk about the things that I don't like about it, but you think I'm crazy about. I thought that the cinematography that we've got coming to us in this is going to be fantastic.
I like getting to see what appears to show Spider-Man in Doctor Strange's weird universe. So like I want to see how he
Yeah, his little Inception.
Spider-Man's around that shit.
Yep. Torme is smoking hot.
Yeah, she is.
Chantel.
That is, I co-sign that.
Truth. I mean, she may be Aunt May, but she ain't my Aunt May. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
shit, son. Sorry.
I thought that the way that the other characters seem to be interacting with the world seems real nice. It's not like screen grabs from old movies or whatever. They completely redid the characters.
Right. Wow, it just looks good, man.
Mhm.
I mean, like visually, it looks good, and then throwing in the Doc Ock, throwing in the Green Goblin bomb, and throwing in what appears to be Sandman and what appears to be Electro. Like, yes, dude. Yes, I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic at the potential of what this could be.
I'm super excited about it, but I really hope that there's some misdirects.
And I think Marvel's going to do that.
They usually do.
And they usually put in stuff that's not even in the movie, sometimes in these commercials. So
Yep. Choose with I don't like the way the commercial makes it look like Peter just kind of showed up and was like, I want to fucking be a normal kid again. Can you just make everybody forget? And Doctor Strange is like, sure, I'll completely fuck with the entire time paradox and make it so nobody remembers you were Spider-Man.
I think they're just giving us the Cliff Notes.
I fucking hope so, because I want to believe
the Cliff Notes misdirect is what they're giving you.
I want to believe that Stephen Strange knows better than to fuck with.
Our reporter on the street, Chantel, said they can't give it all away in the trailer. So I'm going to have to go with that.
I knew some girls in high school that gave it all away during the trailers.
Oh my God. Awful. Just awful. Sweet mother of God.
That's interesting. Chantel says that she don't think that's Doctor Strange.
Ooh, I've heard, I pay attention to Tubes of You. Chantel, I know Mephisto. I know what you're talking about.
So let's just hope that it's not what I think it is, because that seems like real loose, shitty writing. And I hope that they're better than that.
Right. I think they are.
Chantel says that's a different story altogether. Yes, it was, and we don't have time for it. So have you been keeping up on What If?
Obviously didn't watch today's yet.
No.
Because we don't cover
cover
today's Marvel and Star Wars episode on the day of. We're just not going to do that because we're going to give everybody time. So we're going to give you at least a week. I've watched the first 3. Loved the first 2.
Yep.
The third one was good. I don't know what it was. I absolutely adored the second one. So I think my expectations were still riding high from that second one. I think I was expecting more of the second one, and it went in a different direction, which is cool. But the third one is my least favorite of them, but I've enjoyed all of it.
I didn't enjoy Hank Pym turning into a villain.
Right.
I mean, I get it, but I was just like, seemed like it lacked some imagination.
Right.
And I didn't understand how all of a sudden,
Hank Pym was one of the first official Avengers.
Yes.
Original Avengers.
What's Sam Jackson's character's name? Fury. Nick Fury. I couldn't quite figure out why he was able to smack the shit out of Hank Pym when he was super tiny.
Right.
But everybody else got their ass kicked, and he's small enough to sneak in through a needle.
In all fairness, Sam Jackson is a bad motherfucker.
It's true. Says so on his lightsaber.
Yeah. And his wallet. So he's got it covered.
All right, fine. I'll give you that Sam Jackson is a bad motherfucker.
So it goes in the writing.
Okay.
It goes in the cartoonage. It goes into it all, buddy.
So all in all, I like What If.
Yeah, I'm having fun with it. And I think they did it perfect after Loki.
Yeah.
Showing it after Loki and after that last episode, how it kind of exploded into this whole What If stuff. I'm really digging.
Yeah, because this is the multiverse in practice.
Right. Pretty much, yeah.
I just Nick Fury is tired of these motherfucking ants on his motherfucking bugs.
I love it.
It's true. Yeah, so I'm in for What If, but I don't think every episode's going to be for me.
But I guess you could make that statement for every series we've watched.
True.
Not every episode's for me, unless it was The Mandalorian. Every episode's for me.
It makes me worried about Star Wars Visions, Because I was
Yeah, but you don't have to like it all, man.
no, I know, but I was completely like when they started talking about Visions, I was like, that's not for me. I'm not gonna like it. And then I got hyped about it because I started seeing some stuff that I was like, oh, this is hype. But I also know that it's an alternate version.
Yeah, it's not canonical.
Right. It's like this character might actually be like this guy and not this dude. And I'm like,
and there's going to be some original characters and original storylines and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm into the Visions thing. I'm looking forward to. I think you should stay hype on that.
I might bump into it in a weird way.
You might, and I think you will because that's what you do.
Yeah,
but
I do bump into shit in a weird way.
Yeah, like it's fucking ridiculous.
Which is weird because I love everything.
Not really.
But then I find shit like that, and I'm like, oh, so fucking close.
I love everything. No, you don't.
I like a lot of shit. This guy loves everything.
That's pretty true.
I'm not sure. There's been 2 or 3 things where he's been like, I'm not into that. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I got my issues.
It's like left field, like when he doesn't like something.
I like Extra Tech, where Extra Tech he's coming from. Visions will be dope because Star Wars is dope. Okay. I like those sentiments.
No, I mean, he's not wrong.
I like it.
Not wrong.
No, not at all. Chantel loves Lamp. That's fantastic.
I love
That's
Lamp.
That's just great. Enjoy that, Chantel. That's all for you. That is awesome.
I love Lamp.
You had a trident. I know. Oh, so Marvel announces new series for future of Marvel Universe.
It's true. I don't know anything about it.
No, I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
That's it. They've announced a new series.
What is the series?
The future of the Marvel Universe.
That's fucking weird.
And that's about all they said.
That makes no sense.
I almost didn't put it in the news because it was like so. It's like,
yeah, we don't dab in here, Sean.
it's like
dabbing, son of a bitch.
That announcement was like getting a bright shiny box.
I should let him slide. We don't dab in here. I'm sorry to get so.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
We don't dab. It's not your fault. You didn't know any better, but let's be done with the dabbing.
Yeah, well, we got it on a shirt though.
Oh, and then Jen, press F for dabbing. Of course.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Jess and Jen, I don't know what I'm going to do with them now.
Anyway, back to what we're talking about.
Oh, now we're talking about something.
This Marvel announcement reminds me of like when I was a little kid and I got a Christmas present where the box was like, the box was probably 5 foot by 5 foot. It was an enormous box. And it was like wrapped with like 3 different kinds of wrapping paper. I'm like, this is a fucking big ass box. And it was heavy. I'm like, fucking sweet. I open it up and I tear the paper off and it's a 32-inch TV. I'm like, yes. And I open the box and it's paper, paper,
dude,
a brick, and like 3 G.I. Joe guys.
What?
I was like, I would have been totally fucking stoked if you just gave me 3 G.I. Joe guys, but you fucked with me first.
Yeah, right? That's awful.
So that's your new future of Marvel series. Disney Plus is making a Rocketeer movie. It's going to be called The Return of the Rocketeer. And it's obvious that it's because we did an episode about it.
Yeah, no, they would not have done the Rocketeer Part 2, Return of the Rocketeer, if it was not for the Escape Pod, and that is Don DellaSnooch and Big Brady Lovin.
Right. So if you get a chance and you like Rocketeer, go back and listen to our earlier episode where we like fillet the movie.
Yeah. And then we also talk about Smurf on the Turf.
Is that the Smurf on the Turf episode?
Smurf on the Turf episode.
Rocketeer, so Smurf on the Turf.
That is one of my favorite episodes ever.
We talk about Hoary Island.
Hoary
Smurf.
Hoary Island.
See, this is all comedy gold. That's why Disney's on this.
Yeah, because they're like,
they heard about Hoary Island.
So help me God, if we see a Smurf in this movie,
that would be awesome.
Just in the background, there's like a painting of like a sexy Smurf.
Even better, if the Rocketeer flies by somebody and that person has like a Smurf t-shirt on.
Yes!
We'll know.
Oh my God.
We'll know.
Oh, fantastic.
Tell us this good news.
Cobra Kai has been renewed for season 5. And all you Cobra Kai fans are super stoked. And I'm so fucking happy for you. I just don't watch it.
I really, really, really feel sad that you don't watch it.
It's okay.
Did you not think that Karate Kid was good?
I enjoyed the Karate Kid, but I don't have a super adoration for the movies. I enjoyed them.
Mhm.
I lived in Japan, for Christ's sake. I was Daniel's son for a little bit. I did the whole thing. I had a bandana. It was awesome. But I just don't have that love and affection for Cobra Kai like you guys. And I'm glad you guys have it. It's just not my thing. And that's fine. It's okay.
Resident Evil, welcome to
You're just gonna dump off like that. You got nothing to say for season 5 of Cobra Kai. You just want me to be like, hey, show your ass.
You did a great job.
Oh, okay. Ass.
I'm in.
Sounds good.
Love Cobra Kai.
Fucking hate
Lunar
you.
Girl is with you. Resident Evil.
I didn't call it yawn. She's not with me. I
Oh,
just said it's not my thing.
yeah, that's true. Resident Evil, welcome to Raccoon City. First look photos reveal that Leon reveal shots of Leon, Claire, and Wesker. I'm assuming that this Resident Evil movie basically is the story of the first Resident Evil game.
Yes, I hope so. It seems to be that. It seems to be that same setting from the Resident Evil, the first 2 video games.
Yes, the first 2 Resident Evil video games
We're good.
were great.
We're great.
Yes.
Yes.
The
Then they
rest
got
of
weird.
them became strange.
Then they got weird. They got
and then they
strange
turned
and-
into just
I mean,
game
and they
trash.
have their place. A lot of people like them, but I like the traditional zombie and Walking Dead-ish type stuff.
Mhm.
Once they started making mutants and all these weird fucking, it just got weird.
just got weird.
That's just my thing. It got weird.
I always ask people when they're like, "Hey, you want to try this video game?" Blah blah blah. When it's like on the 4th or 5th video game, I'm always like, "Well, if I start playing the 5th game, will I like it?" If they go, "No, you got to start from the beginning," and
I don't want to.
I don't want to do that.
Right.
It's not that I don't want to play the first one, but if the 3rd one is not good enough to start there
Right.
and stand on its own, why the fuck would I want to go back and start at the beginning?
It's true.
Like my first Witcher experience is Witcher 3. Fantastic game. The game taught me everything I needed to know about Geralt and Bob's your uncle.
There you go. You're into it. You don't need to go back and play the first one.
There's something. Oh, Fallout. Fallout 4 was the first Fallout game I played.
Yes.
I
I love
later.
what's going on in the chat.
I don't know. It's definitely wet.
It is definitely wet.
And
that is what she said.
it is what she said.
She said it.
I went back and
If you look at it that way.
slow paced
What?
game. Yes, Resident Evil 1 and 2 are slow paced games. You're right, Sean.
It's extra techie. We only call him Sean when we're yelling at him.
Oh, sorry, Sean.
Fuck.
But I did go back and play Fallout 1 and 2 and 3 and New Vegas later because Fallout 4 was good and was,
But you didn't need to.
no, it stood on its own.
You chose to go back. There's a
Yes.
difference.
Yes.
There's a difference.
Yep. And I think that a good video game should be able to do that. You don't have to play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 to enjoy Pro Skater 2.
I respect extra techie.
You should.
Because Sean Dad, extra techie, does not.
I
like it. I like it. I like it.
I like it too.
Okay. I love our chat, dude. It's so
The
like
chat-
we started this and there was like Rebel Rose left her messages, but she was like, she wished us a good show. And thank you. We're
Yeah.
appreciative of that. We read that, we saw it, we're appreciative of it. And then DJ4 was in there, and then there was nothing.
Mhm.
There was nobody. And now we got people having conversation and interacting, and it's like this is
Yeah,
one of the
our
things I
chat's
love about
live
doing
tonight.
this. This is one of the things I love about doing this. The chat is awesome.
The chat is awesome.
Robert Rodriguez hopes Book of Boba Fett's success finally helps get Elita 2 made.
I got so excited when I read just the beginning of the headline.
Yes.
I'm like,
Yes. Rodriguez said, I'm hoping I'm earning some points by doing so much for Disney because they own it now. They bought Fox. And that's why we weren't able to jump right into the sequel because of that whole thing. But now they are starting to release some of the Fox stuff. And we've said it on the show many times before. If you haven't seen Elita Battle Angel, you need to watch it. If you're in the nerd world and you're into the sci-fi and all that, it's definitely a movie you need to watch.
go back and watch our episode on Elita Battle Angel, which is our most watched episode.
It is our
By huge margin.
It makes no sense why people have paid attention to that episode.
It was like all of a sudden people, and I mean the numbers keep going up. It's not just like it found a weird audience and then it died.
Yeah,
Like people are still watching that episode.
doesn't make any sense, but we'll take it.
What doesn't make any sense is most of those people don't watch the rest of our shit.
It's fine. We suck, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I read all that.
Top Gun Maverick. You didn't read all that.
Yeah, I did. I read all of it. You can rewind this when you listen to it, and you're going to hear me say this again, and you're going to sound stupid.
Oh, I guess I'm a dumbass.
You are.
Okay, great. Top Gun Maverick and Mission Impossible 7 have been delayed yet again. Top Gun will move to May 2022, and Mission Impossible will move to September 2022. I may watch Top Gun.
Yeah.
But I'm not watching Mission Impossible.
Nope.
Those movies are tough for me. And I mean, I say that as somebody who likes spy thriller movies. I love James Bond movies. Mission Impossible always seemed like a second-rate knockoff James Bond-ish.
With bigger tricks. They need to do bigger spectacle.
Right. Less substance, more spectacle.
Yes. Very
And-
much so.
And I don't know where most people fall on it. I don't care for Tom Cruise. I liked him at one point.
Right.
Like I love the movie Vanilla Sky. That's a Tom
Oh,
Cruise.
dude, I love that movie.
But it seemed like shortly after that,
We should do that.
okay. Tom Cruise
Nobody will
like
watch it.
got fucking weird.
Yeah.
That was right around when he started jumping on couches and fucking being all I'm full of thetans and shit.
Yeah, it was weird when he was with the girl. What's her name?
Uh,
Katie.
Katie Holmes.
I was gonna say Perry, but that's so not it. It was Katie.
Oh,
Holmes. I was right the first time.
Yeah, Katy Perry.
Steve Perry.
Steve Perry. I should have been.
Your sister's dating the squeak.
Now you gotta go fetch the ball, bitch.
You guys stop calling me bitch.
You guys called me. Stop ripping on me about 13 more times. I'm out of here.
Dude, you couldn't get a chicken there if you had $100 bill in your zipper.
We're not talking about that movie.
I'm sorry. Steve Perry. Shazam 2 is wrapping filming, and so is Clerks 3. And like Clerks 3 is like just finished like yesterday. Yeah, they're just I don't know about Shazam 2. That's great. Still haven't seen Shazam 1. I know. I will see it. I have
Kevin
every intention to
says-
see it.
Kevin says he has about the first hour of Clerks 3 already rough cut.
You can force me to watch Shazam by saying we're going to do a show about it, and I'll watch it. I want to watch it. I just haven't
seen it.
I just haven't put aside the time to see it, and I never think about it. It's just one of those movies I never think about. I'm sorry.
So good.
I know. Holy shit! Isaac Sipe is in the chat.
What is happening?
Yeah,
Isaac?
you missed the hugging. I
Yeah,
was
you
brought back
did.
to life,
He
and
did
I
hug me.
hugged, and it was beautiful. And I went around the table to show that there's work that sometimes it's not just because we're here. I didn't cheapen the hug.
Isaac needs us to hug.
Okay, we can hug. We'll cheapen the hug. Even though I said we won't cheapen the hug. We cheapen the hug.
It's the second hug, so it's not cheap.
Yeah,
It's a bonus hug.
it's a bonus hug, so it's a little cheap.
Well, I'm cheap and you hugged me. So.
Push the button.
Push the button, Steve. What button?
The fucking button for video games.
We still haven't talked about this.
I fucking hate you.
Power up.
I'm bad. Get over here!
I'm not wearing pants, John.
Well,
So it
pants
wasn't
are
a cheap.
stupid.
It wasn't a cheap hug. I'm not wearing pants. Yeah.
Yes.
See, Luna Girl even knows neither of us are wearing pants right now.
So,
This is like a Zoom meeting. Everyone's pantsless. What?
before we get into video games too far and
Okay,
right
okay,
after movies,
Fair enough.
last week I got the opportunity after we recorded to be on the Press Play podcast
With Alan?
with Alan, and we talked about Free Guy. And listening to that intro reminded me of this whole rabbit hole we went down about how they should have fought Dude in Free Guy, which you haven't seen yet, so
No,
you
I
don't know what
haven't
the
seen
fuck
it. I
I'm
don't know what
talking
the
about.
fuck you're talking about.
But I'd mentioned something about him punching the guy like what's his face from Punch Out, the King Hippo.
Oh yeah.
And fucking Alan started cracking up, and I bit my tongue because I was laughing so fucking hard. Like it had gotten completely out of control. It was a really fun show. And it was me, Alan, and Rebel Rose's sister.
Nice. Yeah, I only tuned in for a small moment because I haven't seen Free Guy, so I don't want to be spoiled by anything. So from what I saw, it was funny. Everybody was laughing.
It was
seemed to be
super
having a
fun.
good time in the
It was
chat.
super fun.
Hell yeah.
I'm struggling to remember Luna or Rebel Rose's sister's name. She has such a clever name. I'll look it up in a little bit.
Fair enough, man.
Chantel's going to tell me any second anyway.
We hope.
Pete Hines says PlayStation.
That's not her actual sister, and she's laughing at you. You look
Oh,
stupid right now.
Is it? Oh, well, see, I'm a dumbass.
Dumb.
It's her
Stupid
nickname,
head.
Tina. What's her name that she uses?
Rebel Rose's sister.
Zori Blissful.
That's right. I've seen that in the chat.
I knew it was clever.
It's true.
Anyway,
It is clever.
getting into video games.
Get into them, buddy.
Pete Hines from Xbox fame,
Or yes.
or says PlayStation owners can still play Bethesda games as long as they already exist. Okay, of course we can. We fucking own them. But
Dub is so right.
what? Go Blue, by the way, random. That's the truth.
Yeah,
Go Blue.
Go Blue.
So what he was really getting at, and you really had to dig into what he said later on, but I think what he was implying is games like Fallout or Elder Scrolls or stuff like, IP that already exists, you're going to continue to be able to get that traditionally the way you always have when they make new iterations of it.
But the newer shit you ain't getting.
But the stuff that they're coming out from here on out, that's all going to be IP, what's the word I'm looking for? Exclusive IP, which I don't care about. What I want is the stuff that I am accustomed to playing. I want to be able to continue to play it because I love Elder Scrolls and I love the Fallout series. So if they take that away, I will be incredibly mad. But
Right.
I will never buy a fucking Xbox.
It's okay. You don't have to.
It's just one of those things, like, you can take that away from PlayStation players, but it won't make them buy Xboxes.
No, it won't make you buy an Xbox. It might make other people.
I don't
You're just
think so.
thinking for yourself.
No,
You're being a
because-
thing for yourselfer.
Because
Right
you
now.
can
You're
play,
being selfish.
you can play these games on PC.
So not everybody has a PC. So they're gonna go buy a fucking PC, which is gonna cost them a shit ton more.
No,
I'm
you
not-
can.
There's no reason with you right now. You're set in your ways. You're not gonna hear nobody else. You're just gonna be you right
you can
now.
play most of these games on a $500 or $600 tower.
So why wouldn't you just buy the fucking other system? It's gonna cost you
Because it's an Xbox.
You're fucking stupid.
Yeah. Oh,
Stupid head.
oh, here goes Jess again with the fucking nudie mods.
Oh god.
I press F for no.
Right.
Damn it. Eric, you need to beat the last God of War game. It's been 3 years. It was one of the most epic games I've ever played, and you still haven't fucking finished it. I cried at the end of that game.
Eric, I normally don't say this to you, buddy, but you need to get your shit together.
I cried at the end of that fucking game. Grown man fucking tears. Cutting onions, fucking. I'm not crying.
I love it. That's a good game then.
It's
a good game.
It's one of the best games I've played. There's probably been 4 video games that I played that fucking made me cry. One of them was Assassin's Creed Black Flag. One of them was Final Fantasy X. That made me cry. God of War made me cry. And I'm leaving one slot open for a game I don't remember.
Last of Us?
I never finished that.
Oh, okay. That's right. You didn't like the mechanics.
But I do have it again, and I probably will eventually muddle through it.
Right. Kids in China now restricted to just 3 hours of online gaming per week. Chinese gaming platforms like Tencent and NetEase must limit online gaming to minors to just 3 hours per week following new rules imposed by regulators on Monday from The Verge.
I think that's fantastic.
I hate it.
People in China have such a shit life as it is. You know what? Let's take away all their escapism too.
I think that sucks.
Just go work in a fucking lead-filled factory for $2 a week.
That's awful.
Yeah. Way cool, China. You guys are the moral authority on being fucking good people.
Right.
Fuck out of here.
And you know what? The sad thing is probably the fucking adults who need the fucking
Oh yeah.
restriction.
They're all fucking wound up so fucking tight over there. They don't know what to do with themselves.
Wee.
No wonder the cats end up in the fucking chicken.
You want to handle this last one, buddy?
Yeah, something Smurfs. We're not going to talk about it.
Fair enough.
Jess put something about Smurfs, and we're just not going to talk about it.
Makes no sense. Makes no sense.
I know.
For many players these days, the video game industry's increasing reliance on online connections is an afterthought. Where for the significant portion of the world without a quality internet connection, it can sometimes feel like the game industry at large is leaving them behind. Okay, why did I read that?
This is a big debate that's been happening in the last 2 generations of consoles.
Luna Girl's starting to piss me off.
Yeah, she does that. So essentially, these systems are moving to a situation where you can't buy a complete game. Everything has to have some kind of online connection. And there's these large swaths of the world and even America where you just can't get a decent fucking internet connection.
Yeah.
So it's really leaving a large...
And she's happy she's pissing me off.
Oh, I know.
That hurts my fucking feeling.
Alboca.
That hurts my fucking feeling.
It's really leaving a large swath of video gamers just kind of out of it.
Yeah.
And, it's a legitimate thing people are upset about. There should be a fix for it, but I don't know what the fuck it would be.
The game to be smaller or brought to you on like 3 or 4 discs.
Yeah, like could you just get it later complete?
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know either, brother.
You remember when PlayStation games used to come in big bundles with like 4 or 5 discs in them? And you'd be like fucking in the middle of a kick-ass cutscene and it'd be like, put in disc 3, and you're like, fuck. You've been on disc 2 so long you forgot where you put it. Or that's just me.
I never played those games.
And now it's time for Sports Talk with your hosts, Dangerous Don Juan DellaSnooch, beautiful Brady Lovin, here on the Escape Pod.
So, according to Lunar Girl, there's a massive storm hitting our friends down in New Jersey. So, I guess Dave and Jason, we're thinking about you. You're not going to hear this for days, so I guess it doesn't matter, but we're thinking about you anyway.
One of us is thinking about you. You guys can't listen to me. I ain't thinking for shit.
That's true. NFL Players Association has opened an investigation into Jacksonville Jaguars coach Urban Meyer, who was the previous coach of the Ohio State. We hate him. According to Pro Football Talk, the investigation stems from Meyer's comments that vaccination status was a factor in deciding which players to retain as the team neared its final roster.
Yes.
And you just fucking can't do that.
Nope. It's against the rules.
It's
Not really. I don't know if it is.
It is.
It's competition committee's probably like, you can't fucking do that, buddy.
I'm not even going out on a huge limb here saying I believe that everyone should get vaccinated. Be pissed at me or don't. I don't care. But you definitely can't hire and fire people based on
no, that's wrong. You can't do that.
Yeah, you're going to get a wrongful termination suit and you're going to lose.
Yes.
So he's got his whole tit in a ringer and I couldn't be happier about it.
It's not fun when you get your tits in a ringer.
Happened to my grandma once.
I'm done. I don't want to. We're done. We're done with this conversation.
She used to tell the story all the time.
We're done with this conversation.
It seems miserable. Are we done enough with the conversation that you're going to read the next article?
I was texting my wife. Apparently, she's going to Dairy Queen. It's important.
Oh,
I needed some Dairy Queen. I just can't think of what I
fucking like
want.
Dairy Queen.
Yeah, but I'm going home.
You want the peanut butter cookie dough blizzard.
That does sound good.
It's so good.
It does sound good.
It's so good.
Michigan's Quinn Nordine wins starting kicking role with New England.
That's cool.
You're excited about that?
I am. He was a fantastic kicker for Michigan. He'll be fantastic for New England. I always like to see good players.
Oh, so I guess I got to ask this question. I don't know if I've asked you this question. Are you a New England fan still? Because you rooted for him before.
I don't give a shit about the New England Patriots anymore.
Okay, fair enough. I just wanted to know.
All the things about the New England Patriots that I liked, Brady and Gronk and stuff, they all left.
There you go.
So I have no other ties to the New England Patriots.
But now you got this kicker.
Yeah, but I won't watch for a kicker.
I'm just saying.
What
kind of fan
like
are you?
we talked about
Playing.
last week when we were actually talking about football. People's allegiances to pro teams change, whether they go somewhere or they follow certain players or whatever. I mean, unless you love your team because that's your team. But if you move to a different part of the country, is that still your team? Do you learn to love the team that is local to there?
I've learned to love. Well, see, I have my reasons for Michigan. I've talked about from back when I was a kid. I love the Fab Five, being a basketball fan and stuff like that. And then I love Charles Woodson. He was an Oakland Raider. He was a Jordan Brand ambassador. So that threw me back to Michigan. I remember when Charles Woodson was the hype and he was the thing that people talked about. He's one of my favorite athletes.
Right.
So you can learn to love, because I've grown to adore Michigan now. Like, I root for Oregon because I have my family ties for that. But like living here and being close to it and being in the thick of it, because what, in 45 minutes in both directions, you have the two biggest colleges in the state.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like being in the thick of it and being close to all the other sports in the sports world. I love it, dude. It's so much fun. So yeah, you can. But now if I was to move, would I totally abandon?
Fall out of love with it though.
I don't know, because I'm so into it now. Like, would I still want to follow him and go to a Michigan game here, a Michigan game there, just make the trap? I don't know, because I really enjoy it now.
Right.
I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I could see if you move somewhere else in the Big Ten area, you would stay connected to what was happening in Michigan. But like, let's say you move into SEC country, maybe after 3-4 years, you hang out with the right kind of people, and then all of a sudden you're like, I like Clemson.
I just can't see that happening, dude. I just can't see that happening.
All right, fair enough.
Because I've always, in one capacity or another throughout my life, Michigan was on my radar. Like, I have a Charles Woodson jersey that I bought at a mall in New Mexico. What the fuck?
Charles Woodson was one of the greatest.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I've always, the Fab Five from when I was in school, man. Like when I was young, and I remember the Fab Five and the black socks, and just like I remember all of that. Like it was a thing for me. Like I wanted to steal my dad's stuff. My dad had flight socks. Like they had black socks. I would try to snake them, dude, so I can wear black socks. You know what I mean?
You just hit a wall.
No, because I read Dragon Buddy's comment. He said, "What the fuck you say?"
I don't know. That seems serious. Michigan plays Western at noon on Saturday. MSU plays Northwestern Friday at 9 Eastern. And Penn State plays Wisconsin Saturday at noon. And fuck Ohio State.
Dude, I can't wait to go to this fucking game.
Apparently Dragon Buddy's got an issue with Clemson.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It seems serious.
Deep rooted.
I just picked Clemson out of a hat. Like,
yeah, it seems deep rooted.
Yeah,
there's a hatred there for Clemson. There's a story there.
I could have picked the Auburn Tigers. Like, there's no reason to be all upset.
There is for Dragon Buddy. He is super upset.
Yeah, definitely. As long as you're not a fan of Florida State.
My dad's a fan of Florida State because my sister went to college there.
Oh, Urban Meyer used to coach there.
I thought he coached at Florida.
Oh, maybe
it was Florida. The Gators, not Florida State.
Oh, Seminoles. Yes, it was. It was the Gators.
Okay, get it right.
The Seminole
Vesicles. If you're gonna
Vesicles.
hate somebody, you gotta hate them all the way pure.
The Florida State Seminole Vesicles.
Seminole Vesicles. Get your shit together.
Oh, let's talk about last week's draft, buddy.
For our East Ave Ballbusters draft.
Yeah.
I got fucked by DK like 3 times towards the end of the draft, and that was not cool.
I got most of the people that I wanted to pick. Everybody was just not on. I mean, I don't want to say not on my level, but they just weren't
where you wanted.
We weren't competing for the same.
Yeah.
People.
There was. I felt the same way. The way they had him ranked and the way I picture him in my head was like
not exactly the same.
This is fucked up. Something's wrong here. This isn't adding up.
It's the rankings are based on speculation and what they did last year.
Yeah.
And last year's completely skewed information.
Completely.
So I think that you have to take what they said this year with a grain of salt and kind of pick your picks.
Chantel said my ex went to FSU. Notice how he is now my ex.
That's a good quality statement from our friend Chantel. Well, then this weekend on Sunday, we've got another draft.
Yes, we do.
With the Sidebar Cantina League.
12-man league, I believe.
12-man league.
Two newer people in the league that's been in, other than who's been in the last two.
And it's just for bragging rights.
Yeah. There's no money. It's just we do a show within the Sidebar Cantina every Wednesday before we do this show when football season starts. And it's just talking shit, having fun.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yep.
It's one of my fun. I don't pay anything, but I pay more attention to this league than I do any other league.
Yeah, I get that.
These are the hot sheets. Best investigator reporting on the planet.
It's true.
Yeah. Super
Every
squishy.
time we bring you guys the real shit.
Things are not as hot this time.
No, it's kind of cooled down.
Yeah, there's everything's kind of mellow right now. There's not a lot of rumors flying around. Everybody's kind of set schedules and have their plans locked up for the last quarter of the year.
Yeah.
But there's still some shit.
There's some things.
So Lucasfilm Star Wars, the Book of Boba Fett will over-deliver and blow your mind.
That's what Robert Rodriguez said.
Robert Rodriguez said that.
Yeah, he is like, he's all in, dude.
Yep.
And I'm hyped because he's so hyped.
Right. That was one of those things where I was like, oh, they're already proud as fuck about this.
Well, when they did the gallery and they talked about the episode that he directed, which was the one where they bring back Boba Fett and he's getting his armor back and everything. They were at the Stones. I forgot what the name of that. Chapter 7, I think it was. Chapter 7, whatever. Doesn't matter. Love that episode, dude. So I'm so all about what he's about to bring to this Book of Boba Fett.
Yep, me too.
It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be fucking awesome. I'm just to say, I'm gonna put it out there. It's not an official hot take, but it is kind of. But this is an official take. It's gonna be fucking dope. The Suicide Squad James Gunn shoots down spin-off rumor for Suicide Squad characters.
So basically, he's got no plans, and neither does the studio. So.
Right. And even if they did, they're not going to tell you right now.
Right. Don't expect anything coming out of that Suicide Squad movie anytime soon.
Hell no. Hell no.
Let's talk about the movie of the hour.
We gonna get right into it?
Well, we
Boom,
spent an
bang,
hour
boom,
not
bam.
getting into it.
Bang. Boom, ba-chicka-bow,
So this is one of my favorite movies. It's got to be in my at least top 10, top 15.
Oh, nice.
Um,
I can't put it there because, in all honesty, I hadn't seen it for the first time, but a couple years ago, I borrowed it from you.
mhm,
And that was the first time I'd seen it. I'd heard of it, but I never saw it.
right.
Because,
Let's talk about this fucking cast.
yeah, let's talk about
It's
him.
got
buddy.
Dan Fogler.
I love that dude. He's
Me
in
too.
the Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy his character on The Walking Dead.
Dave Barshuli.
Oh, yeah.
Barshell.
Oh, no, it's
Barshel.
pronounced
I can't
something
fucking
different.
say it.
I know. I've heard it, but yeah.
Yeah. Kristen Bell.
Yes.
Sam Huntington.
Yep.
Chris Marquette.
Uh-huh.
Sam Huntington and Chris Marquette are guys that you see in all kinds of shit,
Yeah. But you
but
don't know who
they're
are.
not the guy.
Yeah, they're not. They're never the guy.
Let's see who else is in here.
Wait, Luna Girl still didn't watch it after we give her all the
Lunar
information on where
Girl.
she could watch it.
Oh,
She just didn't even care what you
you're
gave
breaking
her.
my fucking
That's
heart.
awful. That's awful.
It's got Seth Rogen in it. Seth Rogen plays two characters. You just checking out on me now?
No, I just pushing G because everybody's pushing F.
Oh, good call. Good call. Danny Trejo's in this.
G for gangster.
G is for gangster. I didn't realize that the girl that plays Rogue Leader is Allie Grant. She ends up doing a lot of stuff later.
Oh yeah.
Ethan Suplee's in this. Ethan Suplee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That dude's in a lot of stuff. He's awesome.
Yep.
Wasn't
Billy
he in the
D.
Butterfly
Williams
Effect?
is in this.
No, that was somebody else. No, he was in the Butterfly Effect.
Yeah, I believe so. William Shatner, Carrie Fisher, Kevin Smith, Jason Mewes, fucking
that-
Ray Park.
I completely forgot that those two were in that. And when they had their scene, I was
Mhm.
like, oh, this is fantastic.
It's got Will Forte and Craig Robinson making an appearance.
Hell yeah.
This
There's
is-
so many people.
This is one of those movies that like everybody got a piece of.
Play it in the background, science fictionary.
Do
Do
it. Do it.
Yes.
So,
Hell, mute us. We'll listen to that.
yeah, we'll just talk while you watch that. It'll be like a weird cuck thing.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, unless you make it weird. Don't make it
Yeah, don't
weird,
make it weird.
But watch it.
But you can watch that in front of the kids because there's the threat of boobies, but there's never any.
Yeah, they
boobies.
never show boobs. Oh, no.
Mhm,
No
mhm.
boobs for you.
You do get to see not Kristen Bell's butt.
And that was a nice butt. It was a good stunt butt.
Yeah, it was a stunt butt.
It was a good stunt butt.
Have you ever seen Orgasmo?
Yes.
Stunt cock.
I haven't seen that movie. Well, I seen it one time.
Oh, I've seen it like 3 or 4
I
times.
seen it one
'cause
time when it came out
I am
on video.
Matt Stone and Trey Parker movies just fucking.
Basketball's still my best.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Oh, they're effing the fuck out of the chat.
I don't care. Luna Girl's the one who's let me down. It's not really Jen and Jess. I expect it from them. Luna Girl's the one that's really hurting my soul.
Oh, it's rough. It's
Yeah,
rough.
it is-
Anyway,
it is bad.
let's get into this.
Do it, brother.
In 1998, Eric Butler reunites with his old high school friend buddy.
What?
I don't know.
His buddy friends? His buddy friends.
His buddies, Linus, Hutch, Windows, and Zoe at a Halloween party. Now a car salesman at his father's dealership, Butler finds his friends have not matured since high school, though they still share their love of Star Wars. Oh my goodness.
I'm upset with chat. Upset with
It's
Jen, Luna Girl.
It's a lot.
It's more Luna Girl that's really that's the one that hurts. It's the one I understand. Jen, she's got to stand by her man. Like, that makes sense. But we're friends too.
Brady's eye is starting to twitch.
My left one?
Yeah, why don't you read the next
No, it does that sometimes. It's
Yeah.
freaky. I need to get that checked out.
It's because of the G's.
It's because of the G's, man. It's because
Now
of
back-
street gangsters.
It was the hustlers. Now back to the G's.
G's to the hustlers to the G's. The gang anticipates the latest film, Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Linus proposes Bottler and he infiltrate Skywalker Ranch and steal a rough cut of the film, a childhood plan that Bottler dismisses. The next day, Hutch and Windows meet Bottler at work and inform him that Linus is dying of cancer. The doctors estimate he has roughly 4 months to live. Episode 1 comes out in 6.
Super sad.
Super sad.
To make peace with his former best friend, Bottler decides to go through with their plan. On the way to meet road leader Windows' online girlfriend for information, they getting into the ranch. Hutch takes a detour to pick a fight with a Trekkie.
Where was the detour? Because they were supposed to go to Texas,
Iowa? I think Iowa.
Nebraska.
No, it's the birthplace of
William Shatner.
No, not William Shatner. James T. Kirk.
James T. Kirk. That's who it was.
And I'm pretty sure it's Iowa.
It is
something
Iowa.
Falls, Iowa, if I remember correctly. I'm not a Trekkie. Admiral C. Holtz is the guy they get in a fight with. When the boys' van break down, they stumble upon a gay biker bar. Watching it this time, there's so many lines in this movie, and this movie just came out in 2009.
Yeah.
There are so many lines in this movie 12 years later you really can't say.
Yeah, but I was thinking that, I'm like, because you're watching and you're like, oh, this movie came out 2004? 2009, sorry. But it takes place in 1998. So, like, in your head, you're like, no. In 1998, that was kind of acceptable. You could say shit like that. And now you're watching. And then I sit there and think it's like, Disney would never let this movie get made now.
Mm-mm.
You're not going to besmirch Star Wars and
this is clearly only George greenlit this. There's no way that Disney
would ever sign off on this.
They would be like, Kristen Bell does what in this movie? You're fucking crazy.
Shows her what?
Shows her, huh? No, we're not doing that.
At one point, she's trying to get a guy's attention by showing her boobs. Yeah, and he doesn't notice. So we're just going to show gratuitous boobies.
Yeah.
No. We're not going to really show the boobies.
There's going to be a laptop there.
Yeah.
But
you're to know that there were boobs to be shown.
It was definitely her back.
Oh, yeah. Super her back. It was so nice.
Super her back. That's some straight up back right there.
Oh, my God. Love it.
Hardest back I've seen all day.
It was the best. After refusing to pay for their drinks, they are forced to do a striptease. When this goes wrong, they are saved by a man named the Chief. But we don't know he's the Chief right now. But he fixes their van after they pass out from eating guacamole laced with peyote.
I want to know what you were doing in Mississippi driving a fucked up Chevy S10.
What?
Yeah, read the chat.
Oh, man. Oh, well, it's probably one of my mimics.
It must be.
Because I have many mimics.
There is that guy in that podcast you look a lot like.
Oh, yeah, you're a dick. Oh, but I was just going to say, don't mess with peyote.
No.
I had a buddy in high school because I lived in New Mexico when I was in high school.
Uh-huh.
I had a buddy, and you can like pick that shit in your backyard or off the running trail where everybody ran.
Right.
And he picked up peyote and he ate it. And he got fucked up. Had to go to the hospital and get that shit like in the stomach pump.
Oh, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, it was fucked up, dude. It was bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about peyote.
That was the thing in the southwest, or you know.
Magic mushrooms, I get. I don't know anything about peyote.
Peyote's dangerous. Dangerous.
The Chief.
Nope. He gives a bag of this to Linus as a parting gift.
Oh, that's right. He totally does.
Because that's when they get chased by the cops.
fucking.
It was a big bag, man. That was a lot of peyote to hook him up with.
Mhm.
He was like, "Look, you're gonna need this, dude."
Yep.
That's crazy stuff.
In Texas, Windows is horrified to find rogue leader is a 10-year-old girl. Her uncle, Harry Knowles, beats up Windows. After explaining their situation, Harry quizzes them to prove that they are true fanboys.
I loved how when this was going on, because we watched this before the show, we were answering all the questions. We're like, oh yeah, come on.
Yeah.
You got this.
The whole time, like Harry's like kicking people and throat crunching people, and
under stress might be a little rough.
Yeah, it's Ethan Suplee, by the way, if anybody gives a shit. Anyway, the true fanboys answer the questions correctly, and then he gives them information on a contact in Las Vegas. On their way there, they are arrested for fleeing from a police vehicle for possession of peyote. Zoe arrives to bail them all out and insists on accompanying them for the rest of the trip.
Bottler is reluctant to continue when the judge relays an ultimatum from his father. And that was awesome because it was Lando.
Right?
Who was the judge. That was fantastical. Yep. But the others convince him of the importance of their quest. Once in Las Vegas, Hutch and Windows attempt to have sex with women while Bottler and Linus go to meet Harry's contact, where they are shocked to find that the contact is no other than William Shatner. As they leave, they are attacked by Seasholt and his Trekkie friends who are attending a Star Trek convention.
I feel like there's a fucking joke in the guy's name, Seasholt. Yeah, but I don't know what the fucking joke is.
Maybe you have to be a Trek fan?
Maybe
there,
it's got to be some reference to. It's very strange. Seasholt.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
We're just not fun. We're not into the comedy.
Yeah, whatever
whatever
the joke is, we don't get it. But it's got to be. Why would you do that? Hutch and Windows flee an angry pimp after finding out that they were with escort girls. What's the difference between a hooker and an escort?
I don't know.
The Windows learns that Zoe is in love with him. The group escapes their adversaries, but Linus is injured in the process.
Can I just say that was the one thing, like, all of a sudden, the whole Windows and old girl, like, was a thing. Like, leading up to that never was a thing where I'm like, oh, they're a thing, other than the fact that I've seen the movie before.
But they set it up, like, 4 or 5 times. Like, she was willing to flash him in the store.
Oh, I didn't really think of that.
There's, like, 3 or 4 little fucking things where she specifically puts herself out there for Windows, and Windows is oblivious. But we are too, as the audience.
Yeah, we are.
Because we're in the mindset, she's just one of the guys.
Right. Yeah. Until we hit that moment.
Right. And
fair enough.
Beyond that, Windows, of all the guys, is the least likely for her to be interested.
Yes. Okay. I'm with you, buddy.
So
I'm with you.
It's supposed to curveball you.
Yeah. Okay. I'll accept it. Fair enough now. Fair enough.
The group escapes their adversaries, but Linus is injured in the process. When taken to the hospital, a doctor says he must return home for the sake of his health.
Which was Carrie Fisher.
It's the fucking princess.
Leia herself. And
then he lays a sweet-ass kiss on her.
You know what? All I think of is the Sandlot scene in there. That part. I was thinking the Sandlot.
Yep. It's... As a person who just is like looking at this from the outside, how cool would it be to be like, I was acting in this movie and I got to lay a fat fucking kiss on the princess, bitch.
And she gave it back.
Right.
Ooh.
Like,
I would tell everybody she gave it back a little.
And she's notorious for having picked up some dudes.
Yeah,
like,
she can pick this dude up.
Yeah, she didn't even fuck around. She's like, you're cute. Let's go.
All right. I'm in.
I'm telling you, I needed to meet her when I was young.
Yeah.
Anyway, when the group feels the situation has become hopeless, Bottler decides or inspires them to continue, reminding them how much Star Wars means to them all.
The group leaves the hospital and eventually arrive at Skywalker Ranch. Shortly after breaking into the ranch and marveling at the collection of original props and costumes, they are discovered by security guards and are caught after a brief chase, which I think was awesome. They threw Ray Park in there.
Right.
That was pretty cool. And what was his little
he goes
prepare to get
mauled, or you're gonna get mauled, kid,
something
or
along
something.
something along those lines. He's like, yeah, gotcha, touche, my friend. I see what you've done there. The head of security tells them of their impending doom when he receives a phone call from George Lucas himself.
The head of security is what
Danny McBride.
Danny McBride.
Oh my god, that was the best.
And it's a fantastic character. Like Danny McBride is just chewing the scenery.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. He plays it perfect. Lucas says he will drop all charges if they can prove to him that they are in fact fanboys.
Which I don't know if George has any love for fanboys.
Right.
That very well may have been like a plot device that they just came up with. I've never once heard that George is particularly excited to talk to just fans.
Probably. I mean, who knows?
He doesn't do cons. He doesn't do meetings with people. He doesn't do special events.
Fair. Yeah.
Like I don't think he has that.
Yeah.
But, whatever. The 5 are individually quizzed, including questions about the opposite sex. That one only Zoe can answer.
That was awesome.
That whole
was
scene is fantastic.
Wait, that's not a Star Wars question.
No. And Danny McBride is like, oh shit, when she answers the question.
Can I be honest with you? I'm turned on by you.
Yeah, she stands up, just fucking busts him in his fucking grill.
Oh god.
After the head of security confirms that they are fanboys, Lucas drops all charges. But aware of Linus's illness, Lucas allows him to watch the film alone while his friends wait outside. After the film ends, Butler joins his friends around the campfire and mends his friendship with Linus. Weeks after, Linus dies of his illness. Now, this same thing happened, I want to think was with The Force Awakens. There was a guy that was dying and they let him watch it.
That actually happened. And J.J. Abrams let him watch the movie before he passed it. Like, there was a big thing on all kinds of social media. But I remember, I think, signing a petition or something along those lines to try to get that to happen.
Yep. And I wonder if that guy had seen this movie and was like, I'm going to fucking try that shit. My dying wish.
Right. Butler, Windows, and Zoe emerge from their tent while waiting in line for the premiere of episode 1. Butler has followed his and Linus's dream by becoming a comic book artist. Hutch has started his own detailing business, and Windows and Zoe are dating. Hutch arrives at the theater with beers he smuggled in, which they use to toast Linus's memory. Before the film starts, Butler comments, "What if the movie sucks?"
And that is
Fade to black.
It's one of the funniest lines in the fucking movie, and I wonder if that was in the reshoots.
Right.
Because the Weinstein company actually demanded that they go back and do reshoots.
Oh, really?
There was a whole tonal shift that they wanted to do. And they wanted to actually write out the whole cancer thing altogether.
No, that's what makes that's what the part I love about it.
And
that sounded fucking awful. Oh my god.
The part that
I love that the guy had terminal cancer. That just makes me so happy.
The part that gave it emotional resonance.
Yes.
Was the fact that he had cancer.
Those are the words I was looking for.
Nothing to do with your happiness.
What the fuck?
Anyway, I lost my thread. you being
I totally derailed you.
Yeah,
it was too much.
Yeah, you're
Can't handle it.
You're like the opposite of the fucking cancer walk here.
Cancer walker.
Fucking relay for death over here.
Oh my god. Oh my lord. That's awful. That's awful.
You really took us to a place, buddy.
Shit happens.
Fuck.
Let's talk about a little fanboys facts and Easter eggs, buddy.
Definitely.
Windows, glasses, and hair should look familiar. It's styled to look like George Lucas's when he made A New Hope.
When I read that, I'm like, what the fuck? Really? And then I looked at a picture of George, and it's like
the hair's all kind of poofy.
They fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
The only thing they could have done was give him a shock of fucking white hair.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because at the time, that's all George had was a little shock of white hair.
Looking closely at the lettering on the van, it has the words Fanboys written across it in the passenger door in Star Wars lettering, which is called Arabesh.
Right. Which I did spell Arabesh wrong, and I did not go back and fix it. And there it is.
But I knew what you're talking about. It's all good in the hood.
The Jabba the Hutt coffee shop has two meanings. It's a clever word or play on words, of course. But Kristen Bell was in the movie. Worked at a coffee shop of the same name on our hit show Veronica Mars.
Oh, cool.
Have you ever watched Veronica Mars?
I've seen a couple episodes.
It's not fucking bad.
Not bad at all. You kind of touched on this one earlier. The cancer story almost didn't happen.
Oh, yeah.
One of the driving forces behind them taking the road trip was, of course, the fact that Linus would die of cancer before the release of the movie. However, at one point, there was a cut that completely edited that out.
Right, which
I don't like. It wouldn't have been the same movie,
No.
like because there's little animosity towards the two dudes.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have liked that.
Yep, it wouldn't have been good at all. George Lucas gave his seal of approval. He was sent a rough cut of the film, which he did, in fact, enjoy. He agreed to allow them to use some of the infamous Star Wars sounds, such as the lightsabers of the opening and R2-D2's hyperspeed yell.
Yeah, I love the van.
Yeah, the van's fucking
And
great.
there's a lot of sound effects with the van.
Mhm.
When different things happen to it, there's so many sounds going in the van, and that makes you think Star Wars.
Yeah,
Because Star Wars is sounds
Mhm.
you've never heard, sounds you'll never hear again.
right. I love the fact that when he goes to flip on the van, he always has to punch the ceiling
Yeah,
to get it to kick on.
that's the best. That is the best. That just the whole aesthetic of the van, everything about that van, I friggin' love.
And the shit where he's talking through the microphone.
Oh, through the CB.
Yeah, to people who are fucking 4 feet away from him.
That's
And he calls the guy out about spanking in his van.
okay. Kevin Smith asked for a cameo. Kevin, one of the ultimate fanboys, saw a rough cut of the film and asked to be added in. During reshoots, he and Jason Mewes have a short cameo at a truck stop, which
It's hysterical.
it's so damn funny.
And it's right after Mewes kicked heroin.
Yeah.
So they were working on Jay and Bob, I believe.
No, he was in the throes of heroin during Jay and Silent Bob.
Was he?
Yeah.
So then it must have been Dogma.
Was it?
It was while they were shooting Dogma. And he cut off all his hair. Holy
what
shit.
the fuck was that?
Fucking Thor just
Thor.
kamikazed off the table.
Wow. That was freaky.
It was weird. I probably smacked the table and didn't realize it.
It happens. You do that a lot.
Seth Rogen actually plays two parts, like I mentioned earlier, though he is recognizable as a Star Wars fan with the dark and light side arm sleeves, as well known
As well as
an unfortunate Jar Jar Binks tattoo on his back. He nearly unrecognizable as the Star Trek super fan.
I disagree. He was recognized.
Yeah, it's the only thing that changes him really is
the
those
mustache.
teeth.
And the mustache.
Oh yeah, the mustache.
Billy D. Williams, William Shatner, Carrie Fisher, and Ray Park all make appearances in the movie, which we've called out earlier at each one of those. Typing in the chat.
Yeah, Billy. Oh, you already read that. I'll shut the fuck up. When dedicating the statue of Captain Kirk versus Khan, Linus jokes that it looks like nothing like either of them. To which Admiral Seaholtz states, "Yes, thank you for pointing out the unfortunate whores at Viacom threatened to sue if we use their likenesses." It's an in-joke. Or this is an in-joke due to the fact that none of the Trekkies wear official Star Trek clothing, and the Starfleet symbols look nothing like the ones from Star Trek.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
I picked it up real quick, which seems super strange. They must, or the people over at Viacom must not have liked the fact that they were going to make jokes about
Right. Yep.
Trekkies,
Yep.
about Trekkers. That's still the weirdest thing to me. Fans of Star Trek, always known as Trekkies, decided that was a derogatory term, so they went with Trekkers. The fuck?
You gotta do what you gotta do to get through.
I guess you fucking do.
Yeah, I didn't like it either, but
You reading the chat or you?
oh yeah, I'm reading the chat, man.
Oh, jeez. You want me to read the next one?
No, they're trying to bully people into pressing F.
No bullying people to press F. It's not a fucking thing.
The scene with the Star Trek, the original series fans in full costume dedicating the Captain James T. Kirk birthplace statue as they confront the Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope fans was shot on location in the Town Square Park Plaza of Las Vegas, New Mexico. You can see the historic Plaza Hotel in the background in certain shots. This spot is also roughly where the Cuban commander and Russian general are standing when the storefront explodes in Red Dawn. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's one of those things too. When I didn't go back and watch that to see if I could pick all that stuff out.
It doesn't terribly mean a lot to me. Using that locate, like to me, it's not one of those like, oh, like cool, but I don't really care.
You have no
I don't have any reverence
for that.
it. Yeah.
The original release date was set for 2006. It was then pushed back to February 2007, then August 2007, then January 2008. And after the final cut was screened in San Diego Comic-Con in July of 2008, it was announced it was supposed to be released in September 2008. Then it was once again pushed back to November 2008 until it was finally and very limitedly released in February 2009.
Damn.
So when this movie was getting ready to come out, I remember the trailers hitting the internet, and I was so fucking super geeked about this, and then it never happened. I'm like, where'd this go? Then it never happened. Where'd it go? And it never, because the internet was in its infancy kind of at the time. Like there wasn't a lot of good shit happening on the internet in 2006. And then it finally like popped up at a video store. I'm like, this wasn't even at the fucking movies.
So pressing F thing is really pissing me off.
Well, you're best to just
ignore the chat. Just close my computer. I've had enough.
You just best.
I close it. I can't chat with you guys now.
You just don't.
You won the battle.
Just don't uck with it.
No, they won the battle.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna uck with it, but I'm just saying.
I wouldn't uck with it either.
It's too late. I've closed. I can't type anybody in the
chat. This is
now.
ucking bullshit.
Yeah, that's what they've done. That's what they've done.
Now we're not.
They did it.
We're not using that letter here anymore.
Thanks a lot.
Now we have to read all this shit without that letter anymore.
Can't do it. But I can't see the chat no more because people just want to hurt feelings. Security guards at Lucas Ranch dress in the security uniforms from THX 1138, one of George Lucas's early directorial efforts. And I know it's THX 1138. I was just chill out.
We talked earlier. You've never seen this.
No, I haven't.
And I think it would be a fun project to watch this movie. But I think that if we do this or we do that, we should not talk about that movie in the way that we talk about these movies that we super love, because getting into the minutia of that movie is a thing.
I don't want to get into minutia.
Yeah, but I think we should watch it, and then we could maybe do an episode where we just talk about George Lucas's career.
We could do that.
But we should watch this because you should know where it started.
I know where it started. I just never seen it because it wasn't Star Wars.
Right. And in a way, it kind of is.
I mean, I know it is, but it isn't.
You'd be surprised at how many things that show up in that later have some connective tissue to A New Hope. Well, I mean, it's not even in the same universe, but you can see the ideas that are kicking around in his head get kind of repurposed and become a different thing in A New Hope. And it is cool.
Nice.
Music in this film is created by Mark Mothersbaugh. Mothersbaugh is the vocalist and founding member of Devo.
Nice.
You must whip it.
Whip it good.
Do, 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 do. No fucking F's. Do, 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 do.
No fucking F's.
Fuck them. In the F.
Fuck them good.
Mad Brady makes me sad.
Yeah, well, you guys, I warned you, but Luna Girl want to keep pushing that button, hurt a feeling.
Yeah.
So that's what happens.
Oh, geez. I didn't even notice that Dragon Buddy was F elbow coughing. That's a whole different fucking thing.
Wow, now Dragon Buddy's in it.
Yeah.
I guess we're not doing a show anymore.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I guess this is the last one. It was fun.
Last show.
76 episodes.
You had to go F it up.
Yeah, that's what they did. They really did.
Everybody make sure that you like this video. Give us a F-star review on iTunes. It really helps people find us. And if you do, Brady here will read it live.
Maybe.
If
we have a show anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know.
No, I'm not. There's definitely not going to be any more shows.
Definitely not.
Please make sure that you subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts and follow us on social media. Interact with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Hell yeah. Do that shit.
Do that shit.
Especially, I'm mostly on the Instagram. Don is our Twitter guy. We both kind of kill the Facebook. So that's who you'll kind of be dealing with on those platforms.
Yeah.
Don, tell them where they can find you, buddy.
They can find me at Jetfire1979 on Twitter and DellaSnooch on Instagram. Brady, where do they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at lowercase o 0 capital BIG _capital LOVIN 0 lowercase o. And once again, that's on Twitter and Instagram.
Nailed it.
Boom.
You can find us and other great podcasts at red5network.com. Unless we don't have a show anymore.
Which we might not. Who knows? Because people F that up.
Yep.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.
May the force be with you.
And go blue. Clankety clank, motherfucker.
So
it's time to piss.
He's pissed off, guys.
This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.